Manchester United. Manchester United was the best team in England once. It was the most feared team in Europe. No team wants to play Manchester United. Right now, it is a trash of absolute garbage. It is garbage. Everybody wants to play Manchester United. If there is a team which is out of form, they would go like, oh God, you are a face United, and we're gonna thrash them. Manchester United they drew against Fulham, which not almost, which counts as a defeat. First game against Arsenal, against such a good team, you play such a good football. You were not able to score, but the football was wonderful. And in that case, Manchester United were happy. They were happy that their football was changing, because last season there was nothing for United. There was no football. There was nothing. They lost against Arsenal, but hopes were high because they played a very, very good game. Now against Fulham, going into the game, everybody expected them to win because of the performance against Arsenal from Brian Mbemo, from Matheus Cunha, from all the players there. In this game, if we look at player by player, every player on the pitch was not perfect. If we basically focus, Dorgu was not good. Centre back Matthijs Lik was good. He had a good match. I would also say that Bruno Fernandes. Let's talk about him. He's a club captain. I before this I saw him miss penalty once against Aston Villa, and now this. He absolutely aired the ball. He absolutely banged the ball over the goalpost or even somewhere else. But this game for Bruno Fernandes, other than that, penalty miss, he was good. It was really good. Other than that, penalty miss, but that really nullifies the fact that he was good on the pitch. It doesn't matter. He missed a penalty. They could have won it. Lenny Yoro, what a defender he is. He is such a great player, and he scored a goal. Now he has 3 goals for United, but he scored a goal, and that goal was the equalizer. No, sorry, that was the first goal, and then Smith Rowe equalized for Fulham. And after that, they were not able to score. There were a bunch of chances for United, but there was no one to convert. If you look at it, there was a Benjamin Sesko starting. It was Mbemo and it was Cunha. And Mbemo had a horrible game. I think he had a 6-point rating. While as Matheus Cunha has a good game. He had a 7 rating. He had 7-point rating. So Cunha had a good game. Mbemo had a bad game. But overall, Manchester United drew the game, which basically they lost the game. And now they are on just 1 point in 2 games. That is very, very bad. And now going on to the season, this could go really, really downhill for United from here. Because now for the first 2 games, you are not good. Your players are not looking good. They are not playing their best football going into the season. But there's one thing that I always say will favor Manchester United, will prove to be important. And that is no European football for them. They won't play Champions League. They won't play Europa League. They won't play Conference League. They have to fully focus on the domestic football. That's one thing that is a very, very, very positive thing for a team when you are going through a bad time. And same for Manchester United. Now going on to the team, they have to first start their, obviously they have to choose their starting lineup. Ruben Amorim, the manager, before 2 years, before a year, I would say, there were appeals, sack Erik ten Hag. He isn't good for me. He is a good... I'm telling you, ten Hag won his first game against Fulham last season. So, Ruben Amorim isn't able to do that. Again, he's a brilliant manager. We don't have to say it. But he came from the Portuguese league, didn't he? And every manager who comes to the Portuguese league isn't good. But Erik ten Hag wasn't good at all. We all know he wasn't good at all. But he still was able to make them win the first game. And that's what Ruben Amorim is not able to do. So I think it's difficult now for Manchester United. But again, it's just 2 games, isn't it? There are still 36 games left. 36 games. That's huge number. That's a huge number. He can still come back and he can still tie and go forward. But they had to play their best football. This is Premier League. This isn't La Liga. This isn't Bundesliga. This is Premier League. This is peak football. You have to be at your best against Southampton, against Sunderland. And, obviously you have to be your best. And I think in this time, Manchester United is in very, very, very grave circumstances. But they can come back. It's a big team, but they can come back. They have to prove everyone wrong and they have to come back, which is going to be very difficult. And they have to also play with brilliant starting lineup, which can be Šeško up top, Mbemo, and then Cunha. And they have to see what Ruben Amorim can do. The management has to see it, because they can't sack Ruben Amorim again. You can't do that, because then it will be very wrong. It will be at a club like Manchester United. It's a big club. Real Madrid and Manchester, these 2 clubs are the biggest clubs of all time. So you can't sack 2 managers in 2 years. That's not gonna be something which will be appreciated. So they have to like look into the matter, they have to look into the pitch, they have to look into the team, and then decide